Hello everyone. Welcome back. So, we're still going with the trucks. We are now on the flower truck, and this one I kind of have an idea for, and this one's going to be fairly easy because I am not shading these flowers. I'm doing them one color because they're very tiny. Um, I kind of have an idea for the truck itself. So let's go. So for the flowers, I was gonna shade them, but they're very small. So I'm just gonna go in with canary yellow on all of the flowers, and that's just what's gonna be that, right? Because they're very small, and it's probably doable, but the question is, do I want to do it? Probably not. So just going in with straight yellow because these look like happy yellow flowers. And I'm just gonna make sure you guys can see. Okay, so I was wondering how many of you guys have this book and are coloring in it. Do you guys enjoy it so far? I know I am actually enjoying it. This is a bit less daunting than her other books, and it's not that they're daunting, it's just so many flowers in like all of her books, and I know that's like her thing, and I do like the images in her books, but I don't like to color a lot of flowers, and it seems like most of her books is flowers and leaves. I love Rooms of Wonder and Worlds of Wonder, and so literally the only books of hers I have is Ivy and the Inky Butterfly, which I like, but some of those pages have too many flowers also. And um, Worlds of Wonder, I like that one, and I don't have enough done in it for some reason. Rooms of Wonder was really nice, and this one is really nice. It still has like a ton of flowers, but it's small. Everything is small, so it's nice. I like this one. Okay, flowers are done. Now the leaves, I am going to come in with this apple green. And these I am going to shade a little bit. So I'm going to come in with apple green. Just standard little yellow flowers. I mean, if you guys want, you can shade yours. If you're coloring along, um, I'm just not. It's just, they're too small. You can even use fine liners for them. You can use fine liners for a lot of stuff in this book, actually, because it's smaller. I was thinking about, I might just pull mine out. I might pull out my Arteza Twite. Is it the Twite markers or the Tweed markers? Not sure how you pronounce them, but they have a fine marker side. I can probably pull out those for some of these. I just kind of messed up this flower, I think, but that's okay. I'm gonna pull those out, and then I also have some like Crayola, um, like really fine markers. I think they're called fine tip, the Crayola ones, the little ones. I have some of those. I might pull those out as well and see what I can do with those. Um, it just sounds like it would be fun to play around with some fine liners and just not worry about shading. Just do some fine liner work. And yes, my voice is still doing that thing. I don't know what's going on with it. But okay, so I'm just shading the leaves because I don't feel like the leaves are you know, too small, then you can get a little bit of shading. So I'm just doing two colors, a light one and a dark one. More like a light one and a medium one, because I'm not going too dark with these. So right, and then I'm going to come back in with the lighter one, and I'm just going to go over the whole thing. So yeah, this is a good book, and I think this might be like my book I take to work too, because it's very small, fits right in my bag, and I can just take like a couple of pencils with me. I don't have a small set of pencils. I might invest in like a 12 pack of Crayola or a 24 pack and just put in my backpack for work and have them. I forgot a leaf over here, and just have them you know, in the bag, in my bag, and I can just color with those. I have my Brute Fooner squares at work. I leave those in the break room because other people can color with them. So I leave those in there, but I'm not always in the break room, so I want to have a pack that's just kind of in my bag. Okay, so for this next part is gonna be this part of the truck, and I kind of want, I was thinking of orange because I know I want this part to be brown and I think this part to be yellow. So I think I want this part to be orange. And I don't mean like a crazy orange, just like a orange. So I'm gonna grab yellowed orange, and I'm just gonna go in. Originally I was gonna do it brown, but this part is gonna be brown and I didn't want it to clash, so it must be getting super cold outside because my heater seems like it's turning on every like 10-15 minutes or so, which is good. It's keeping the house warm, so that's fine. I think we're on like freeze watch, whatever that is, this week. It must be like freezing temperatures outside or something. Okay, now I'm gonna grab what is this, cadmium orange hue, and I think I'm just gonna get like these areas here because it's not, you know, I don't want to have too much. I don't want it to be too dark, and I also don't think I need that much shading because it's just like a paint job, you know what I mean? So just where I think the shading would be is where I'm gonna add some, definitely around the rim of this tire. Just coming out a little bit with the shading. This color is this pencil is breaking. It's breaking. I keep trying to use the Prismacolors because I know you guys like, most of you have the Prismacolors and that's what you guys like to use. So I try to use it, but man, they have been working my soul for these past couple of days. And I keep telling myself, yeah, use them, you know. I got them, I gotta use them, you know what I mean? And they just keep proving to be an interesting little challenge for me. So I'm just gonna go back in with this one here, and I'm gonna go over the whole thing again. I haven't played any Final Fantasy today. I'll probably play some tomorrow because I have a headache that keeps finding its way back for some reason. I'm not sure what it is. I mean, it could be a migraine. It's just kind of festering and won't leave me alone. That's what I'm thinking it is. So, once it gets a little bit closer time for me to go to bed, I'm going to take one of my migraine pills, and I wait until it's time for me to go to bed because they make me sleepy. So I don't want to do it while I'm up and about, and you know, that'll be another thing. I'll just be asleep all day. So I'm gonna grab burnt ochre and then probably chocolate for this one if I can find it. There it is. Okay. So this part here is gonna be brown. I can even leave the top part white. I might actually do that versus bringing in that yellow because it might be a little bit too much yellow. So I might just bring some gray in or light blue or something for the shading. But this is going to be brown. And then also this part of the truck. And I think this is like a connector piece or something. So I'll leave that be. And then we have this vine here or branch. So I'm gonna make that brown. And I'm just gonna one color this branch because it's a little too finicky and too small. And also the middle of these flowers, I'm gonna do brown. Also just going to one color them because they're very tiny. So just one little circling. Also this flower, I don't know if I'm gonna make it yellow. Okay, and then I'm gonna grab chocolate and I'm gonna sharpen it because it's extra blunt for some reason. I must have used it for something and didn't sharpen it back. So I'm just gonna go and put in the shading areas. Not too many of these because I want that nice rich brown to kind of stay. This darker brown is almost a little bit too dark, so I just want it for shading. I'm gonna buff it out a little bit. Same thing with this part. I know she had fun drawing these trucks. I get the feeling she did. I don't know if she actually did, but I would have fun drawing these. If I could draw like her. And all the theme, like she had a theme for each truck. They're so cute. Okay, There. So now for, we have some gray bits and such, but there's a flower. This flower, I think I'm gonna do it red actually, because we're gonna have that, the seat is gonna be red, so at least something else here will be red, and it kind of goes, this one I'm gonna shade a little bit. So I have permanent red right here, and then I'm gonna bring in crimson. And then I'm gonna go back. And then we can do the seat the same color. So it's gonna be more crimson. Okay. And now I'm gonna work on the wheels. And I'm gonna bring in, I guess I can do warm gray again, because I used warm colors. So 20% warm gray. Let me sharpen it. And then also, whatever this is, I'm gonna make this also warm gray, like a light warm gray. Then I'm gonna bring in, what is this, 50%. I'm gonna sharpen it. I'm gonna do our normal thing, go around the wheels about halfway. Nothing too crazy, too fancy. Gonna go up with it here. And then to tie it in this time, I'm gonna bring in 10%. And that's mainly just so that I can keep the highlights a little bit better. And that it's not too dark, because I do want this other part here to be a little bit darker. I'm gonna get rid of these crumbs. Okay, so now for the other parts, I'm gonna have, I'm gonna do just like I did this one down here. I'm gonna have a darker. This is I think 90%, and I'm just gonna come in and also I'm gonna do that with this part of the hubcap. And the steering wheel, normal usual. And then I'm gonna come in with the 50%, and I'm gonna keep kind of buffing it out a little bit. Same thing with this part here. And I'm gonna grab probably a good, what is this, 20%? Yeah, 20%. And then I'm just gonna buff the rest. I'm also gonna use this 20%. I forgot the handle of the door, but I think I'm gonna actually use probably silver. I do have a silver Prismacolor. And then the wheel. So let's grab silver and let's put that on the handle. And then we're just gonna lightly put it here. We don't need a super dark shine for this one. And I somehow managed to forget. Actually, I think I want that brown. This little piece right here, it looks like it could be like the part where you step up. I don't know. I want it brown, whatever it is. We have enough gray. So I'm using the same brown. Let me just grab chocolate. We also have to, the part that I left white, we have to add some shading to that. Coming back in. And notice I'm not doing my normal 152,000 layers either. I'm just literally just, what do you call it? One or two layers, and that's it. Because this is supposed to be relaxing. So I'm just gonna give it a little shade, and I'm just using gray. I'm not gonna do blue or anything like that because I need blue for the window. So I'm just giving it a little bit of a shade here and a little bit here along this part, so you can tell that it's white. I could have used pink to shade it, but this is good. And then let me just grab a blue for the window. We're gonna do our normal cloud blue. And I'm just gonna come around here and drop it in. If you want a darker blue, go for it, but this one's fine for me. And then we have our little headlight here. So we're gonna grab canary yellow. And boom. There is our little flower truck. That was a simple one, right? Really cute, really simple, nothing too crazy. So now we have 5 trucks done. And here's all of them. Quick videos. So we have left ice cream. I think this is candy and cakes. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.